Give me a second to get set up here. Hope everybody's having a great evening. All right, one moment, please. Okay. Hi, PJB Stamper. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Chow. I'm getting there. My computer, internet, so slow today. Okay. I have to wear my glasses or I can't see the chat. Hi, T. Hi, Suzette. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Hi, Webb Taylor. Hi. Good. My husband's sleeping. He has to work night shift tonight. He has to go out at 9 o'clock. So I'm not my normal boisterous self right now. Once he gets up and gets ready for work, I will be able to speak a little bit louder now. Okay? And my computer is seriously stalling out on me, but my iPad seems to be keeping up. Let me see if I can get my computer to decide to connect to MiFi. Oh, it's not connected. That'll do it. All right. Okay. Well, we're waiting for some folks to join us, and while we're waiting, I wanted to show you some awesome Happy Meal that I received. From some of the awesome members of the FSC. Okay. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Brittany. Okay. All right, I want to show you, I got this really cool package. Hi, Cheryl. All the way from France, you guys. I don't know if you realize, but we have a member of the FSC who lives in Nice, France. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Mary. This is from Anne Marie. I was going to call her Mary Ann. Anne Marie from France. So it's a mixed media panel, and it's foiled. It's beautifully colored. It's got some really cool texture. It's got these tubes of paint that are popped up. They're watercolored. Really interesting, I think. Hi, Kathy. I thought that was super pretty. Very unique, too. I mean, it's large for one thing. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. My allergies today have been really have been really a mess. I mean, it's probably 8 inches, 5 by 7, if not even larger than that. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thanks. Thank you for the bless yous. All right, and she sent a photo that she took. And this is the City Plaza. I think it says Nice City Place Masana, which I don't even know if I said that right, but it has a statue and a fountain and those beautiful buildings. Isn't that pretty? Hi, Sally. Hi, Lisa. What a gorgeous setting, right? So thank you very much, Anne Marie from France. Looks like you live in a beautiful place. And I love getting the photo as well as the mixed media panel. Gorgeous. Thank you. All right. Okay, now, I have been admiring her work for a while now. And it's not the first card that I've received from her, but it is probably like the most stunning so far. And and all of her work is beautiful. So for me to say this is probably the most stunning so far, she continues to amaze me all the time. This is from our own Meg Brighter. And I know you can't really see it, but it's so sparkly, you guys. Meg is very, very talented at creating these magical scenes. It is beautiful. I would just love to watch her do a live one day, like to watch her technique, because she just creates the most magical scenes. Obviously, these are Lavinia stamps, and she's got little fairies, a big fairy. It is gorgeous. And look at the way the moon is. It has like a shadow around it. She even looks like she used stencil, and she used those beautiful vines hanging back there. It's just the shading and everything. I don't know how she does it. She's amazing. So thank you so much, Meg. And she wrote me a really sweet letter inside. And she sent me some really cute die cuts that I'll definitely be using on my cards. These angel wings, silver, gold, and white. So the white I can ink blend or spray. And then matching heart to go with it. Very, very pretty die cuts. So awesome. Thank you, Meg. I'll definitely be using those. I have some people that I want to send some get well cards to, so those will come really in handy. Thank you. All right. Hello, MB Stamper. And this one I just got today. It was in a package that Stacy sent me. Yeah, and this was a belated birthday card. So my birthday was in March, and for the April card swap, Stacy put a note to everybody to send me a belated birthday card, because she forgot to tell everybody in March that it was my birthday, which is fine. But basically, I got a whole bunch of belated birthday cards in April, but this one's a little bit later just because Stacy had it. She was holding on to it. She sent me some real pretty goodies. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for sending me that care package today. I also got it could be fuzzy. I have to go to my data. I'm probably on my internet, which isn't the best connection at all times. I'll get a little bit closer. And it could be because I'm going back and forth with these cards that it's blurry. That could be it as well. But this is from Carla. Carla Bostich. And she did some beautiful coloring. And Carla is a real sweetheart. I'm not sure if you all have interacted with Carla, maybe on other crafting channels. But Carla, and I don't think she'll be upset if I share this, you know, she deals with chronic pain, and it's hard for her to get up and get moving. And she said that she keeps beside her the like a hospital cart with her supplies on it. And you know how when you're in a hospital bed, how they have like that like tray, that hospital tray on wheels. And she said that almost half of her supplies are in the cabinets and drawers beside her bed. She works on a hospital tray, and she rolls it out of the way when she's ready to crash. And so her goal is to make 3,000 cards this year, and she sends them to cancer patients. I know, Gloria. She's the one that told me that your nickname is Wolfie. But it just touches my heart that Carla, doing the good things that she does, you know. Hi, Stacy. We were just talking about you. I was saying that I got a card today from Carla that was in your care packages, and how I love what you sent, Stacy. Thank you. How Carla is, her goal is to make 3,000 cards this year and to send them to cancer patients. And so, you know, she says that if I have any extras, she would always have a place to send them. And that's great, Carla, because I do have some extra that I will send to you. I think it's wonderful, though, that in the face of adversity, she has this goal to help others. I just think that speaks volume to the kind of person that Carla is. And it's just so touching to me because a lot of people, you know, would be just like, well, if I get one card a week made because I'm in so much pain, you know, then I'm doing well. And here is somebody who wants to make 3,000 cards in 1 year. And so it's just really touching to me. And Carla, you're such a special person. I'm so glad that I have met you through the FSC. Okay, I really have bad allergies right now. I'm so sorry. Let's see her. Yep, that's great, Gloria. Awesome. So next time you see Carla on here, you guys, tell her hello and tell her you appreciate what she's doing with her charity drive to be able to give away 3,000 cards. That's a lot. Well, I am moved. I am like tearing up a little bit just because I think about the people who are receiving her cards and how it must make them feel to get something from a total stranger that doesn't know them and, you know, cares about them enough to make something handmade, right? So, yeah, so think about it. If you're looking for somebody to share cards with, Carla would be a good one because she's trying to reach a goal of 3,000 this year. Okay. So, today is June 1st. It is the reveal day for Technique Junkies new stamps. And many of you are subscribed to the Technique Junkies newsletter. If you're not, I would highly recommend that you do that so that you can get notified of all of the people who are on the design team and all of their projects that go up on June 1st. And so that you can be receiving information every day. There's a different person on the design team that posts on the blog. And also it gives you the first chance to see what the new stamps are in case they're something that you would like to purchase. One thing about Technique Junkies is their new stamps are on sale for 15% off until June the 8th. So it's an automatic, it happens automatically. If you see a new stamp that you like as part of this new release, you put it in your cart, it automatically will give you 15% off. Then if you use my discount code, then you'll receive an extra 10% off other things. So if it's not a new release, say you want to order a bottle of Shimmering Bliss spray, you can use my discount code and you can get 10% off. So until June the 8th, all new things are automatically 15% off, and then you can use my discount code and get 10% off everything else that's not new. Hopefully that makes sense and I explained that. Hey, Candace, my dear, how are you? All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my camera to the position where you can see my desk because I want to get into this new release, and then I thought we'd make a card together at the end. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Let's go and look at my desk. All right. I'm just going to, whoa, put the camera in the mount. Sorry about that. That was a little shaky. Sometimes that can be very tricky to get adjusted. All right, let me turn my light on to get rid of some of these shadows. And then I'm going to open the blind. And hopefully that will get rid of some more shadows. Well, not really. There's just going to be a shadow because it's that time of day. I need to blow my nose. One moment, please. So are you guys enjoying the nice weather today? It's about 65 degrees here today. It's beautiful. It's perfect. You're welcome, Candace. I'm glad you got it. Everybody, don't forget to put your chat in live chat. Okay, I have to do that myself. Sorry if I didn't see anybody that came in, but I just put mine on live chat. Okay. This was a really fun, well, good for you, T. You need to get your rest, right? But yeah, Melissa, that's right. You live in Tennessee. That's a nice day, 77 degrees. Okay. My camera's crooked. What's it saying? Hold on a minute. Cancel. Sorry. It said, are you sure you want to stop the live stream? And I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to stop the live stream. Just started the live stream. Silly. Okay, I'm really crooked. All right, let's get started. And get my camera. It's like tilted sideways or something. It's running downhill. Get the cords out of the way too. Okay. All right. The first thing I want to show you, and I think that you'll get a kick out of this, is this new sentiment stamp set. This is called Ocean Frame Sentiment, and there are 5 different sentiments in this. We've got dance with the waves, move with the sea, let the rhythm of the water set your soul free. That's a really cool saying. Then we have the ocean stirs the heart, inspires the imagination, and brings eternal joy to the soul. I know that's looking a little blurry to me. Next, we have escape the ordinary. Okay. Then we have life is like the ocean. It can be calm or still, or rough or rigid, but in the end, it is always beautiful. And then the sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever. So you've got 5 different sentiments, and they're all different font. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna get out of the wrapper, because that glare is really bad tonight. Here we go. Okay, this one is I think like a little bit more I don't know if it's more masculine, but it's definitely bolder. I love this font. This is real cool. This is a real pretty, fine, scripty font. This is real sort of fancy, and this one is really fancy. Look at the loops, and so very pretty sentiments. Definitely, if you have, yep, it has beautiful sentiments. And if you have other stamp sets that could work with this, I think you can get a lot of use out of this. But of course, Technique Junkies came out with some gorgeous stamps, and I'm going to show you. But first, let me show you one of the ways that I used this stamp set. So I made this card, and on my YouTube channel today, I have a video that features the sailboat, and it's 3 different cards with the sailboat. Well, this is just one of them. But I put the sentiment right on top of my clouds, and I ink blended the clouds with the Cloud Edger stencil and Distress Ink tumbled glass. Okay, and I used the new Salvage Patina Distress Oxide for the bottom part, which is sort of like the lake part. Oh, am I too close? Sure, I can zoom out some. Yep. Yep. That might help some. Yep. Which the technical name of it is, let me get it here. This one is called Sailboat Line Sketch. It has this line already sketched with it. And what I did was I used black embossing powder, and I embossed this sailboat. And then I used zig markers to color the sailboat, and also this little boat part here and the little guy inside the boat. And then I don't know if you can see it, but I use glossy accents on the boat itself, because to me, you know, the boat's going to be wet. It's out on the ocean or on the lake. It's out on the ocean or on the lake. So I put glossy accents on that. And then I just let that line be as it is. Belinda, I'm having trouble with my internet, so I'm afraid that if I switch to my data plan, I'm afraid that I'm going to end the live stream. So sorry about that. Um, but my internet is a little bit spotty tonight, so that's why it's a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. Also, the fact that I keep going close and then back down again, and probably my camera's trying to decide where to go with it. It looked a little bit clearer when I went up close. Let me see here. Can you see that? Hi, Nancy. And then the back panel of this is actually Catherine Pooler inks on that Himilco paper that's real smooth. It's kind of got a glossy finish. And I just put Serenade up here and Cumberbund down here. So I put a mat behind it. And that's how I made that card. So this card would be appropriate for someone like Nancy who loves to go fishing. Now, this one, oh my gosh, this is probably my favorite. The Stormy Sea border. And the detail on this one. Oh, Nancy got a card from Meg too. Cool. Okay, this one is called Stormy Sea Border. So if you look real close, you can see the sea foam and the big waves. This looks like Ocean City, Maryland, any day that you go there. Anytime you've been to a beach on the Atlantic, there's always crashing waves all the time. What I did was I took embossing powder and I embossed this, and I made it it's the shiny glittery embossing powder. It's actually from Hero Arts, and it came with the My Monthly Hero set. So it's their new, I think it's a newer embossing powder for them. I like the look of it because it's all sparkly and it just looks like real water to me. Yeah, I don't think you can get another 10% off of the new stamps. The 10% is for everything else that you order. But the new stamps are 15% off until June the 8th. So I like how this one turned out. This is just ink blended sun. This is a sentiment. It's a separate sentiment. And it says, sail away with me. And it's just a cute sentiment. I like the font. I like the way this card turned out. Really pleased with it. And I just put some blue glitter cardstock in the back and I popped it up on foam. And then again, I used Zig to color the sailboat and to color the boat part of it. But that looks so cool. Just like you would see somebody out. Yes, this does remind you of whitewater, how it looks so rough, right? If you would see somebody out on the ocean sailing away, plop that guy right down in the middle there, that girl right down in the middle. All right, so that's what I did with that one. And then I did one more card with that water. Again, that's called Stormy Sea. I can't get enough of it. I literally could have made cards all day just with that stamp. But this guy, he's kind of tilted sideways because, you know, when you're out on the ocean and the waves are taking you, it's really rare that you're straight up and down anyways. So he's kind of tilted a little bit. And this is a Father's Day card, and it says, dads are the most ordinary men, turned by love into heroes, adventurers, storytellers, and lifelong friends. Love that sentiment. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to probably give this to my dad for Father's Day, even though he's not a sailor and not necessarily drawn to the sea in any way. But I just think it's a great sentiment. And it's a Technique Junkies. Basically, this is just that salvage patina. Look at that. It's perfect for ocean themed cards and sentiments. And then I just cut it out with the decal trimmer. Love the decal trimmer, you guys, for cutting things out. And I just popped it up on some foam and I put glitter behind it. So Oh, now my internet is deciding it's going to take a break. Let's give it a second to see what happens. Okay, are we back? Okay, we're back. Pardon the interruption, folks. Again, my internet is like deciding to take a break every 5 minutes because I forgot to turn my Wi-Fi off. I usually use my my data plan when I'm going live. Okay. Okay. PJB Stamper. I think Pat changed that. I think it was happening in May and she changed it. From what I understand from Pat, if you order the new stamps from now until June 8th, you're getting 15% off right off the bat. You don't have to put any kind of code in or anything. From now until June 8th, it's automatically. But if you order other things like Shimmering Bliss, or maybe you want to order, the Father's Day sentiment that I just showed, you would get 10% off of those items. And I think Pat last month, it was doing both. It was giving the 15% and the 10%, but I think she fixed it in her website. But today was really busy. I didn't have a chance to check it, so fingers crossed. Okay, so this one is called Sketched Beach, and we are going to color this one together. I have some colored pencils, and I thought we would color this one. But it's just a beautiful scene, and with the way that it's colored, well, drawn, in other words, the line art, yeah, with pan pastels, there's so much you can do with this. So I would like to do this one together today if we have time at the end, okay? All right, let's find this cute little sea turtle. Okay, we've got this cute sea turtle, and I had a lot of fun with this one. So we've got Zen Sea Turtle, okay? So if you look at it real close, it has, and hopefully my camera will focus, it has the Zen Tangle effect, right? So sort of like a mandala, but like Zen tangles. I'm going to try to hold still here. Steady, 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 steady. It's hard for me to hold still. Anyways, it's got that really cool pattern in it. So it's super cute turtle, and I love turtles. I love polar bears and turtles. So I made a couple stamps using this Zen Sea Turtle. Oh, wait, he's upside down. And what I did was I took the stencil. This is the stencil, the circle, I think it's called Circle I. I'll have to look at it real quick. I got the stencil out, and I grabbed all the new Catherine Pooler inks that are basically aligned with C, Tranquility, Cove Blue. There's two greens as well. One's called Sea Glass, and the other one is called, I can't remember the last one. Anyways, there's 4 Catherine Pooler inks that I used to ink blend this stencil. Hey, Charlotte. Oh my gosh. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. Everybody say hi to Charlotte. Charlotte's been battling some treatments herself. So we're wishing her all the best health. This stencil is called Circular Motion. There's something on it. Okay. Because I sprayed it with Pixie spray, so it's a little sticky, even though I took it down in my sink and cleaned it. Okay, so that's the stencil that I used in the background. Okay, and then the inks, again, are those Catherine Pooler inks. And they're just so perfect for this set of stamps. Yeah, because they're ocean themed. Okay, so we've got Tranquil, Cove Blue, Sea Glass, and Bay Breeze. Okay, those are the 4 colors. So I basically stuck to those colors. And then, yeah, I like this stencil. And I just thought it reminded me like of the inside of a wave. Like if you think about how the wave is churning or whatever. But I used the sentiment from the Ocean Frame Sentiments. The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever. And I used that with the new Zen Sea Turtle. So I love that. I even put a couple gems on there. Okay. I made another one, and I used the same stencil. This time I only used blue. And what I did was, I forgot, I actually heat embossed the turtle. Okay. So yeah, the turtle, yes, the curl of the wave. That's what it reminds me. Yep. Yep, and I have foiled this stencil before, yes. So this is also Catherine Pooler ink. This is Grass Skirt, and I just used white embossing powder on top. And this one says, Escape the Ordinary. So that is a cool sentiment. This is, the paper that I used is a, like a shimmer paper that Stacy sent me. It's a pearlized paper, and I used a decal trimmer. So that worked out really well, I thought. I thought it tied together very nicely. Again, another one. This one has mostly the greens. And this one says, Dance with the waves, move with the sea, let the rhythm of the water set your soul free. And he is stamped in Lime Ricky and then embossed with white embossing powder. I mean, clear embossing powder. But it looks pretty cool. And I did pop him up on foam tape and use some glitter paper in the back as a mat. Okay, one more turtle. This one, I used a darker color ink, and I can't remember what color ink this is. It's one of the Catherine Pooler. It might be Mardi Gras. It's a pretty, I'm telling you, I love turtles. This one says, the ocean stirs the heart, inspires the imagination, and brings eternal joy to the soul. And these were so easy to make, so I made 4. Nice little set of cards to give away to somebody. Definitely, I think, would make a great present. And if you know someone who loves turtles as much as me, that would be right up their alley, right? Okay, next we have this cute stamp set. It's called Fish or Mermaid. Okay. And here's the saying. It's super cute. It says, in a sea of fish, be a mermaid. All right. So very simple, you know, stamp, sentiment, super cute. But you can really do a lot with this. And it can be done with pattern paper. Here I die cut it with the rectangle die that's rounded on the edge, and then I have some pretty pattern paper in the back that's kind of got some shine and sparkle to it as well. I used Catherine Pooler inks to ink this sort of in an ombre fashion, and then I used a Spectrum Noir marker to color in that tail, give it a little bit of glimmer. So that was fun. But this was even better. You know, I like to do alcohol ink panels on acetate. So that's what this is. This is a piece of acetate that has alcohol ink as a background. And then I used Catherine Pooler ink to, again, do an ombre inking of the sentiment with lots of little gems. So simple. I also rounded the edges of my card on both of these, of my panel that's a matte, just to make them sort of coordinate together. But, you know, just colored card base, but very simple. It only took a matter of minutes, but super cute with this sentiment. in a sea of fish, be a mermaid. So I like that. That was fun to make. Okay. Thank you, Candace. Thanks, S. Harden. Okay. Now we have this one, which I sprayed with Shimmering Bliss spray. This one's pretty wild, and it would look great if you colored it. This one's called Water Sport Doodles, all right? So it's got the kayak, it's got the raft, it's got the, what are those called? Those fins you put on your feet for pedaling in water. I don't know what it's called. It's got a couple oars, it's got a life jacket. Looks like some helium tanks. I could be wrong. A big inner tube. Super cool. It reminds me of, like, you know, just basically, if you're going to be going to the pool or to the river for the day, these are some of the gear you might take with you. So I'm just showing you this to give you an idea of what this panel contains. And again, I sprayed this with Shimmering Bliss. I know you probably can't see how shimmery it is. Yes, they're called flippers. Thank you, T. Sometimes my brain doesn't remember the words. You guys probably never have that problem, right? Especially when you're on live YouTube and you're trying to sound sophisticated, like you know what you're saying. Okay, here we go with the actual sentiment. This one I used the Catherine Pooler inks again. These are both heat embossed, by the way, with black embossing powder. And I took one of the sentiments from the sentiment set that has 5 different sentiments, and it says, life is like the ocean. It can be calm or still, or rough or rigid, but in the end, it is always beautiful. And I thought that was, yeah, where's Waldo? I thought that was a good sentiment to go with this, because like this looks a little bit chaotic to me when I first look at it, right? But, you know, in the chaos, it's always beautiful. And you could color this. There's so much you can do with this stamp, but it's super fun for the summertime. Yep, you could put the sailboat on top of it. There's so much you can do with it. Good idea, Candace. Yep. Okay, here's my buddy, the Pelican. He's super cute. I had fun with him. This one actually has 2 different stamps, all right? So it's called Be a Pelican set of 3. So it has the pelican and this saying, be a pelican, not a pelicant. And then separate, it says, you can do it, all right? So you've got your pelican and the one sentiment, and then this separate sentiment says, you can do it, which that's great. You can use that on so many different cards. And here's how I used it. This is one of my favorite cards. Okay, so I colored the pelican in with alcohol markers. He is super, super fun looking, right? Look at his eyes. Look at his eyebrows, you guys. Yeah, Candace, I was thinking the same thing. Like maybe a spotlight on 1 or 2 of the inner tubes or the kayak or something, you know, make something a bright orange or something. You can really do a really cool technique with that, water sports. But anyways, back to our pelican. I colored him in with alcohol markers, super easy. He is embossed with black embossing powder. I know you're not supposed to color using embossing powder with your alcohol markers. I know, but I made sure that I didn't rub my markers too close to the actual line that I embossed. I don't care. I'm going to break that rule just because I think he looks great colored with alcohol markers. Thank you, Nancy. I cut him out with a decal trimmer. This is embossed, so is the other sentiment. And then I used some vintage photo along the edges. And then the second stamp that I used is this beautiful, it's called Shell Waves. So it's got this beautiful curvaceous like waves to it with a whole bunch of different seashells and starfish. It says the word sea down here at the bottom. So I actually embossed that with this real pretty wow embossing powder It has gold and it has glitter in it. It's really pretty. And I just think that, yes, it's a curvaceous stamp. I just think it looks so pretty together. So you've got, you know, the goofy pelican with this elegant background, right? And then I put gold glitter paper. Yeah, Belinda, I love it too. I think the shell waves are super cute. And I think there's so much that you can do with this. You could color it. You could stamp it with different colors if you want to. You could watercolor this background. It's a beautiful stamp. Just gorgeous. The seashells are so pretty. They almost look like jewelry, like beads, you know? So this is a background stamp. I'm not sure if this is the one you're asking me what size it is, Belinda. Let me grab my ruler. I will tell you. Okay. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. That's what that one is. Yeah, thank you, everyone. And then if you look close up, you can see how I put that glitter embossing all over it. Super pretty. Just sparkles like sand, right? That's what I was thinking anyways. So I don't have a card for this one yet. This one is a very cute sentiment, but I do have an idea of how I want to use this. This one says, the beach is my therapist. The beach is my favorite therapist. She gives me vitamin C, right? How awesome is that? Yep. So I have seen other people from our design team use these two together. So that might be what I end up doing, using these two together. You could color your scene and then put this sort of on top maybe. Or you can have this stand alone by itself. Thank you, Lynn. But these are the two that I still need to do something with. Thanks. Yep, you can use alcohol ink on acetate. You can, just like you would be using it on any other kind of non-porous surface. Hi, Dana. Okay, next we have this beautiful framed seascape. This is a pleasure of a card to color. I'm going to just get a little bit closer so you can see the detail on the fish that are part of this frame. There's fish and coral. Oh, that's a great idea, Belinda. So Belinda said to take the sentiment, which is the beach is my favorite therapist. She gives me vitamin C. Stamp it on vellum and then put that on top. That's a great idea. Good idea. Okay, here's what I made with the framed seascape. So I used Corrine markers to color this. I just felt like it really needed to be very boldly colored, because if you think about a coral reef and all the beautiful colors that are on the coral reef, thank you, Meg. I just wanted to do something like that. And I, you know, I just picked out some colors and went in and colored the fish. And then I used some alcohol ink for my sea or my ocean. Thanks, Candace. Thanks, T. Yes, Belinda, you got some great ideas, girl. Thank you. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. But this is a beautiful, easy to color, by the way. Super easy to color. Didn't take me any time at all to do this. And then I just put some glitter cardstock, as always, in the back. I just really wanted to use my glitter cardstock, if you can't tell, with this release. Sparkly. Okay, we have a beautiful octopus, jellyfish. I don't know why I'm always calling the jellyfish the octopus and the octopus the jellyfish. I always get them mixed up. There is no octopus on this release. Okay, there is a jellyfish. Oh, and it's so cool. It's called Flowy Jellyfish. Okay, take a look at that. Just think of all the things you can do with this. You could emboss it. You could just stamp it. No, I did not mask the background. I just colored it in myself. I did not mask anything. I did color the fish first, and then I colored the background with a very light blue alcohol marker, like very light blue. It was B02 that I used. It's called New Blue. That's what I used to color in my background. Just colored it in real carefully. Just carefully colored it in. Okay, back to our jellyfish. Okay, so this is the card that I made. And if you don't recognize this technique, it's from Tracy Fear. Not Afraid of Color. We call her T. That's her nickname. I used a sponge, one of those sea sponges that are kind of like, they're like hard and rough. Thank you. And basically I stamped the little sponge around the border here using Catherine Pooler inks. And that was the technique that I learned from Tracy. I think it just turned out really cool. And this paper is shimmer paper. So it's that pearlescent paper that Stacy sent me. And I just dabbed that ink all around. I used some cummerbund. I know I used the purple, the fuchsia purple. Oh my gosh. I can't remember what it's called. And then I used a little bit of orange too. I just had like a small tipped instrument that I just put little dots there. Yep, I'll tell you what colors I used. Hold on one second here. I just have to grab them because I can't remember the names of them. Okay, because they're all very close by. Okay. So I used, that's the purple that I used. Okay. I used Aquatini, Flirty Fuchsia, Something Borrowed. I used Tiki Torch. That's the orange that I used. And then I think I might use a little bit of Fiesta Blue as well. Okay. And I will be making a video for this flowy jelly card. I'm sure I'll be making more of this card. I really like the way it turned out. The only thing I would do different is I would heat emboss the jellyfish to make it a little bit more pronounced. Oh. And then I used a different stamp set. This stamp, these words are from a different stamp set from Technique Junkies. It's 4 sentiments. It says dream, hope, wish, and wonder. So those are the 4 sentiments, and I just stamped them. And I would probably heat emboss those the next time I make this card. Okay, so do you guys know what I'm talking about? That sponge that's kind of hard. It's not a soft sponge. Here it is. I'll show it to you. It's this. Okay, so it's got, I mean, I think it's called a sea sponge. I think that's what it's called. You can see the colors that I used on it. Like that. You can see there's your Flirty Fuchsia. There's Something Borrowed. There's Tiki Torch, right? That's what I use. That's what Tracy taught me how to use. Okay, and then this little applicator, I got these off of Amazon. Yep, it's a sea sponge. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. I got that at Michael's or something. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with these little tools. They use them in the dentist office. You can also use them to like use as glue for your eyelash if you have fake eyelashes. Okay, so here's what we've got. This is what I use to make my little dashes. So I went like this, boom, 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 across the page of the card. Yep. And that's how I made my little dots. Yep. You can even stack 2 or 3 together to make like a tri tool like this. Put 3 together, make a triangle, and then you can push that up against your paper. And then you're just going around like that, making dots. Simple. Okay, you can just, if you don't have these tools, you probably have something laying around the house that you could use, right? You probably have something that's similar that has a little point to it, even a Q-tip, right? Okay, and then I just put some sequins on there. So, love this card, one of my favorites. Love this stamp, definitely one of my favorites. Definitely think if you get it, you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. You could use a toothpick, yes. Thank you. Thank you, T, good idea. Toothpick works. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at my final 2 cards. Now, this is not ocean or beach themed, but you know, 4th of July is right around the corner. So we have this wonderful stamp that has USA. I mean, yes, it's just, you know, something that you can color, but there's, I think, a lot you can do with it. All right, so I'm going to show you 2 cards that I made with this flag across America, which is such a cool image. So the first thing I did was I stamped it on sort of like a cream colored paper with Versamark VersaFine Clair Fallen Leaves ink. That's the color ink I used. I didn't emboss it, but I could have. And then I used the Tim Holtz tool that you use to rip the edges of your paper. Okay, I don't know what it's called, but I just used this tool and I made the edges kind of grungy. And then I used the, yep, that's supposed to be Alaska on the bottom, right? And then I used vintage photo around the edge to make it look aged. Thanks, Meg. And then I just used some pattern paper that I had in my stash. It's just very Americana. You guys know I love that look. And I like to create, I don't know, I think it's called a like distressing tool. I don't know. It's by Tim Holtz. That's all I know. But it very much does resemble a thread cutter, for sure. And if you don't have one of those, just use your scissors and just go down the edge of your paper like this. That's all you have to do. Yeah, I think it's Hawaii as well. You're right, Gloria. So we've got Alaska and the Hawaiian Islands down here. So what a great patriotic card. Perfect. Yes, distressing tool. Thank you, Suzette. Perfect for the 4th of July or any other patriotic holiday like Memorial Day. And then I made another one where I just used alcohol markers and colored in the best that I could. Now, this was kind of hard for me to color. Oh, this is embossed. I embossed this with black embossing powder and put some red glitter behind there. Super bright, cheerful. Haven't come up with the sentiment that I want to use yet, but could easily add like thank you or happy birthday or happy 4th of July or thank you for your service if you're sending this to somebody that's in the military or somebody who is a veteran. I just think it's really bright and bold, and that's what I was going for here. Something that's like, you know, a pop of color, right? Just like our flag. And the colors that I used to color this were B28 Royal Blue and R24 Prawn. Those are the 2 colors that I used. Because when I think of the American flag, that red is a little bit of a maroonish red. It's not exactly a red, red, red. So that's what I use to color in my USA. And then I thought it would be cool just to have die cut letters that say USA. That would be cool. Perfect for the Olympics, right? So that was a fun card to make. Okay, and then finally, my last card to show you. There's two here. This one is called Sunday, all right? So we've got this gorgeous bowl with a waffle bowl. You know, instead of a waffle cone, it's a waffle bowl. It's got 3 gigantic scoop of ice cream, a strawberry, and then I guess this is part of the waffle bowl. But here's what I did. I used that Americana look again, and I grabbed some pattern paper with stars, and then I made coffee ice cream, mint chocolate chip, and then this is like regular chocolate ice cream, okay? So I love coffee ice cream, I love mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I love chocolate ice cream, okay? And this is also embossed, and I just used my Copic markers to color it in. I know you're not supposed to do that, but because it could damage your tip of your alcohol marker, but I don't press really hard. I just press lightly. And then this stamp is like a postage stamp die cut, and I use the vintage photo on the edge, and then I put some sequins on. So what a fun card. And that is the first card I made. And then the second one, these little sprinkles are called jimmies, in case you didn't know. The second card I made uses a pattern paper with ice cream cones. I cut it out again with that postage stamp die, and I used a little bit of vintage photo on the edge. This is embossed as well, and then we've got just your vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate sundae. And there's some jimmies on there. So to keep the jimmies on there, I used some glossy accents, and they stuck perfectly. Anybody else know what jimmies are? Yes, you're right, T. I could do that. I could stamp it first, color it, and then go back in and emboss it just to do that last step with the embossing. So we call them jimmies in southwestern Pennsylvania, but you might know them as sprinkles. Super cute, super fun, and who doesn't love ice cream? We call them jimmies, and every day should be Sunday. Isn't that right? Okay, so that is the full release from Technique Junkies and all the cards that I made. And you will be seeing videos on my YouTube channel of how I made these cards throughout the month of June. But let's go ahead and put all this aside, except for our beautiful sketched beach. And let's go ahead and color that together. If you have time to color with me, why not? I like sprinkles, jimmies. Yeah, to me it looks like it's part of the waffle bowl, so it could be like a waffle spoon or something that you use or something to help you. Could be a straw, like to suck it up at the end, right? After you're done with it. I know when my son was little, when he would have ice cream over at my mom's house, she would have him a bowl, a plastic bowl, and the bowl had a straw in it. So not only did you get to eat the ice cream, but you got to suck up all the juice. That's the fun part, right? All right, so we've got this beautiful stamp. I'm going to use Bristol Smooth paper. Thanks, Charlotte. It's so good to see you. I'm going to use colored pencils. I'm going to use my Arteza colored pencils and Gamsol. That's what I'm going to use to color with. But first I need to trim my paper. Okay. And I would like to use, in the future, I would like to try pan pastels as well with this stamp. It's super pretty. I think it would look great with pan pastels, like a sunset in the background. Yeah, that would look great. Okay, now everybody wants ice cream. Yes. Gloria said she likes the ice cream with the chocolate shell, the kind that you put on the ice cream and then it gets hard. That's pretty cool. And peanuts. I like peanuts on mine as well. So I grew up in Uniontown, which is real close to Pittsburgh, and we would go to this ice cream stand. Okay, you already had ice cream tonight. All right, good for you. And S. Harden, I'm sorry, I can't remember your first name. I'm so sorry. Anyways, we would go to this place called Vinnie's, and it was on Route 51 in Fayette County, Uniontown, where I grew up before we moved to where I live right now, which we moved here when I was 12. But anyways, so we would go to Vinnie's, and I would always get an ice cream cone that was like a split cone. Thank you, Sharon. I'll remember that. And I would always get it with these crunched up peanuts that were kind of sugar coated, and then like the jimmies. So it was a mix of peanuts and jimmies together. But they weren't just any peanut. The peanut had like a sugar coating over it. And then you'd have your jimmies, and they would stick the cone in this machine, and they would turn the crank. And the machine would go around, and it would spit these on top of your ice cream cone. Oh my gosh. To this day, I'll never forget that. And when we get to, sometimes we get to Uniontown to visit a family member for our family reunion, we'll stop there and I'll order the same exact thing. A small twist cone with they call it candy coating, but it's, they also dip them. You can get a dippy cone there too. You can get it dipped in fudge or cherry or butterscotch. I love butterscotch too. Let's grab our Catherine Polar archival ink. Yeah. Where did I put it? Where did I put my ink? The ink that I use all the time has suddenly decided to... Seriously? How could that be? I use it all the time. All the time. Maybe I put it in my container over here. One moment, please. So sorry. Huh. I can't find my Catherine Polar ink. That's crazy. Okay, Suzette, you take care. It was good to see you. Good night. I guess, oh, here it is. I found it. It's on my desk. Whew, I'm like, what's a good substitute? I could use the Hero Arts. The Hero Arts. What is it called? Intensified black ink. That's some good stuff too, if you get your hands on any of that. Okay, this is my Catherine Polar archival ink. Sharon, the other inks that I grabbed were my Memento and my VersaFine Clair. These were the other two that I grabbed, but I prefer to use Catherine Polar archival ink. So tell me, you guys, what's your favorite beach to visit? Is there anybody here that's never been to the beach before? What am I doing? I need to use my chunky tool, the one that I made on my channel, my chunky tool. Yeah, I usually keep all of my inks in the same drawer, but I sat the midnight ink underneath my computer monitor and I didn't put it away for some reason. But yeah, I've been very busy with Technique Junkies. It's no joke. You really have to get all your cards done, and you have to have them done no later than like the 25th of the month. But you get them early enough that you can make them ahead of time. So like I already have the stamps for next month, so I can start making cards with those now. Oh, so I'm gonna leave this in my stamp positioning tool in case I want to go back in and re-stamp. Okay, let's hit this with the heat gun just to... Oh yeah, that's a pretty beach. I've been to that one, Clearwater. Well, I've never been to Hawaii. Never been to Santa Cruz either. Sharon, where are the sandbanks? Oh, okay. Ontario, Canada. All right. Never been there before. Okay, sounds like a lovely place. Okay, got my Arteza colored pencils. And I just keep them in this little case here. I have some Gamsol, which is a odorless mineral spirit that you can use to help blend your colored pencil. I also have some blending stumps and a pencil sharpener. Okay, so my blending stumps, I use this little tool to sharpen them. It's basically sandpaper on a stick. A very fine sandpaper. And these are my blending stumps. This is a kit that I bought with the Gamsol, and it came from Inky Antics. That's where I got that kit. So let's pull out some of our blending stumps. Let's get started. I've been to Clearwater Beach. I've been to St. Pete's Beach. I like that one too, Candace. That's a pretty beach too. I prefer smaller beaches that don't have a lot of people packed in them. So I like to go to Myrtle Beach, but I go to like northern Myrtle Beach where there's not as many people. And I also like to go to Bethany Beach, which is near Ocean City, Maryland. So obviously my preference is more laid back, not in the heart of the boardwalk. That's just my preference when it comes to going to the beach. Okay, this is called Matcha Green, and it's A006. Well, let's go ahead and color our palm tree. This is just going to be a real quick coloring. You know, I do not profess to be an expert colorist when it comes to colored pencils, but I felt that colored pencils would be a great way to color this image. And I thought using Bristol Smooth would be my best bet. Okay, Tracy says she's never been to the Eastern Coast beaches. So on the West Coast, the only beach I've been to has been Monterey Bay. It's beautiful there. But it's so different than the Atlantic Ocean. So different. I do like the Gulf of Mexico, like where Tampa Bay is and St. Pete's Beach. I like that area. I like the sunsets on that beach. Very pretty. But the closest beach for us is Ocean City, Maryland. So that's the one I've been to the most. And like I said, I'll go to Rehoboth or to Bethany Beach instead of the one that's got like people wall to wall. I like a beach that's not too crowded. Okay, yeah. It was off season when we went. It was very cold and rainy and damp. I think it was April when I went to California a couple years ago. Okay, let's see. Any other people want to tell us about their favorite beach, where they like to go, or maybe a lake, right? Lakes are beautiful too. Oh, so you love the beach then, Tracy. Is that what you're saying? T? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and color the coconuts with cinnamon. There's a couple coconuts up in this tree. You like the river? Okay, you prefer going to a river? That's always very peaceful. Definitely. And then I'm just gonna take the cinnamon on the outside of the palm tree, and then on the inside of the palm tree, I'm gonna use this burnt ochre. That gives me two different tones for my palm tree. See, this is like elementary school coloring, you guys. I do not profess to be, you know, super proficient. But thank goodness for Gamsol, because it definitely helps to blend everything and make everything look smooth. Takes away those lines that you see sometimes. Ooh, Mexico, Trina. Lake Tahoe. Ooh. Never been to Mexico or Jamaica. I would like to go to Aruba someday. I think that would be pretty there. I have a friend who goes there and she like loves it there. Okay, so we've got some palm trees in the background here. This is very abstract, so I'm just going to color it in. There's nothing precise about this. Nothing at all. Just basically coloring it in so that it's not blank white without any color. This is where I think, like Nancy said, the pan pastels would be beautiful. Oh, you grew up over there by the California. Okay, so that's cool. You grew up near Santa Cruz? Is that what you're saying, T? Okay. I need a lighter color for my beach, but let's do that later. Let's go ahead and color our sailboat. Of course, I like blue for my sailboats. Okay. Bet you that was pretty there. We're not going to the beach this year. Hopefully next year we can go to the beach again. We try to go at least every 2 years. Okay, so you were 2 hours away from the beach. Well, that's cool. A day trip. Perfect. Okay, so we're just coloring in our sailboat. And here's a little tiki umbrella. And we're going to use our burnt ochre for that as well. Let's blend a little bit. Yeah, I remember you saying you're going back to Oregon. You're so excited. That's great. I'm happy for you. Yeah, the water is definitely cold right now, especially up in the upper Atlantic. I've never been to the Outer Banks. I'd like to go there someday in North Carolina. But I'm always afraid because there's always hurricanes and stuff. People get evacuated from there all the time during their beach vacation. I'm thinking that would be my luck. Okay, so we have a pair of flip-flops over here, and I'm going to color the straps this pretty red color. It's called Carmine Red. And then maybe I should go a little bit closer. I'm not sure. Let me know if you think my camera's too far away. And our little tropical drink has a flower in it as well. I'll go ahead and color that in Carmine Red too. It'll be a nice pop of color. Oh, this is from Anne. This pencil holder is just very basic, standard Amazon pencil holder. I do have one from Arteza, and I'm going to do a YouTube where I take all of the pencils out of this case and put them into my new Arteza case. And I'm also going to put my watercolor Arteza into my new Arteza case. That's going to be something that I do on YouTube in the near future. Just haven't had a chance to do it yet. Yeah, if I just only didn't have to work, you guys. Come on. I could take like 2 days off a week and just make cards. That would be lovely. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So I'm drawing the straw and the rim of this little coconut cup in. And then I'm going to color the inside of the flower. This is cocoa brown. Let me see. Where's the red? Thought I had a red blending stump. Where did it go? It's all right. We'll just grab this one. Here it is. It's red. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just something I found on Amazon. It was just something I just wanted something I could flip through, grab the pencils that I need. Okay, this one is called Burnt Okra, and I'm just going to color the coconut shell with that. So we've got our tropical drink, yum yum, whether it be a daiquiri or a margarita. I'm thinking this might be a daiquiri because it's got that red flower. Yummy. And then I'm going to use the burnt okra to color my sandals in. My flip-flops. Super cute. Very easy. Easy coloring. Okay, let's go ahead and color our chair. So I've got espresso brown. So I'm going to color some of the rods. It's like a bamboo chair. So I'm going to color some of these in the back that are shaded with this darker color because it's shaded back here. This chair just looks so inviting. Just love to sit on the beach with my toes in the sand and watching the waves all day. I mean, so relaxing, right? Nothing beats it. Yep, this is definitely a leisure card. You know, when you feel like coloring. This is cinnamon that I'm using right now. But once I get these parts colored, the rest is going to be pretty broad strokes because it's just the sand and the beach and the sky, which I think pan pastels would be better. So I might do a mixed media card here. I might do pan pastels for my sky instead of colored pencils, which I think that's fine. You can use different types of media with your coloring. You don't have to use all the same thing. Pan pastels are dry, and so are colored pencils, so why not? There's not like I'm doing watercoloring or anything like that right now. The Bristol Smooth, it works like a dream. Oh, somebody has a birthday tomorrow. Meg, that's right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Meg. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I hope you have a fantastic birthday, Meg. And I hope your birthday is as nice as you are. The secret is revealed. Oh, thanks. I don't profess to be a good singer. That was just, that's for you, Meg. I don't do that for everybody. You're welcome. I'm using camel brown for the back of the chair. And again, I am not trying to win any awards for coloring here. I just want to get the color down so I can finish the card. And I like what Belinda said about using the vellum and using that awesome sentiment over top. So really, you're not going to really see this very closely because it's going to probably have vellum over top of it. Oh, Tracy, you'll be in my thoughts and prayers for sure. Oh, it's only been a year, Tracy. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. Gone too soon. You're welcome. Woo, got a little bit too much gamsol. And Tracy, you have done a lot of artwork over the years, but it was when your son passed away that you found card making, I believe. Okay. So I think it's looking pretty good so far. What do you think? I spilled a little bit of gamsol. Whoops. The rocks, I'm gonna make like a gray color. This is called Elephant Gray. Yes, I understand what you're saying. It has become a lost art. You're right about that. I love getting cards from you all. I think it's just such a gift. Such a blessing to me. I love sending cards too. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of black to color in the shading here because we've got the artist already provided us a guide. So follow the lead of the artist. You'll see behind this chair, there's a lot of cross hatches that are dark. So that's creating the shadow of the chair. I'm just going to fill that in with this colored pencil that is black. Oh, thank you, Meg. Okay, and then around the little rocks, there's a shadow too. So I'm just following the artist, whatever they present, I just fill it in. Really, that's all I'm doing. Okay. Let's do the sand. Sand is always tough for me. Like, I don't want to do brown. Sometimes I think sand looks pink. I don't know, sometimes. Let's see. Marmalade orange. I wonder what that would look like as sand. I'm going to test it down here, just in case I don't like it. Not bad. It's okay if you color outside the lines because we're going to cover this with a vellum sentiment anyways, so it's okay. I always get confused at that. Is that the beach or is that the sand? I have to look at it here. Yeah, I think that's a part of the beach. I mean, the sand. What am I saying? I'm definitely going to have to use Gamsol here because you can see all my mistakes. One thing about T, she does some really great videos showing you how she creates like different backgrounds and what techniques she uses. So that's really helpful to me because sometimes I get in a rut and I do the same thing over and over again. I love learning new ways of creating and trying different things. So thank you, T, for the videos that you make. I've learned so much from you. I really mean that. What happened with Chow? Well, you're welcome. Thank you for all that you do. All right, now we got to get some Gamsol on this blending stump. Oh, child, so exciting. It's getting close to your due date. Every day her belly's getting bigger and bigger. She looks so adorable. She's so cute, you guys. She said when she goes out to public places, which is very rare, but when she has to go to doctor's appointments or whatnot, she said it never fails. People want to get close to her. And I said, that's because you're so cute. And you know how it is when you're pregnant. Some people like to touch your belly. Some people do that. And although that should be something you ask first before you do that. There's some people who are very forward, right? Okay, this is looking pretty good for my beach. For the sand, it's not bad. Thank goodness for Gamsol. Salvages the whole scene. It really does. It's amazing how it works. Oh, gee. They reach for yours and you're not pregnant. That's funny. I could probably pass as a pregnant person if I wore the right shirt. Definitely. I could pull it off. Like 7 months pregnant. Okay, so my flip-flops are looking a little too closely colored to the sand, so I'm going to go in with cinnamon and just color those in a little bit better. This is really rough, you guys. This is nothing. I wouldn't submit it to the art teacher, that's for sure. But it's coming together okay. Could be worse, could be better. Yes, exactly. It's your body, and people do not have the right to touch you. For sure. And Chow is very careful about staying safe, keeping her social distance from everybody. She's ready to have her baby. She's like, oh, I just want to have this baby. Soon we'll be having the online baby shower for Chow on Nancy's channel. That'll be so much fun. I can't wait. Okay, let's go ahead and color our sea and our sky. Okay, so for the ocean, of course, I'm going to try to find a teal color. I'm going to try to find it. That doesn't mean I'm going to have it, but I'm going to try to find it. Okay, we've got ocean blue. What a perfect match. I can't believe it. Chow's like, yes, I am ready to give birth. Ooh, this is a pretty blue, actually. Ah, I like it. And you see the waves or the ocean rippling. The artist has already put the lines in. It's already taken care of. All I have to do is color it in and do some shading and do some blending with the Gamsol, and we're set. That is a pretty color blue, I will say. If you don't mind my saying so, I like that blue. Okay, I'm gonna add a little of this, yes, it's a sprinkle for Chow. This is ultramarine blue, so we're just gonna shade it a little bit with some ultramarine blue, which I love that color, ultramarine blue. And then we're gonna grab our Gamsol and blend the coloring of the blues together with my stump. It's kind of dull. I tried to sharpen them. I'm not really good at making them sharp when I go to use the sandpaper, like tool or whatever. Yeah, so that's looking pretty good so far. I'll hold it up so you can see all the mistakes. Ooh, okay. Well, in my dreams, that's the color of the ocean. Okay, so then for the sky, we have robin egg blue. And we're just going to use robin egg blue for our horizon. And we're going to use a lot of Gamsol, folks. Because you can see the lines as I'm coloring. Even though I'm using Bristol Smooth, you can definitely still see the lines. What I'm trying to do is just keep a consistent... hold on my pencil so that as I go across the sky here, it's the same pressure, in other words. It just makes it easier to blend, and it looks more, I guess, smooth is what I'm trying to say. Definitely. All right, let's grab a stump. Let's do some blending here. Oh my gosh. Ooh, black sand. I think Hawaii has some black sand beaches because of all the volcanoes and stuff. I would like to visit Hawaii someday too, I'm not gonna lie. We have a person who's in the FSC that lives in Hawaii. Her name is Sin Uhara. She has a YouTube channel called Stamp Munchkins. She's really sweet. Ooh, red sand. And is that Oregon, did you say again, Sharon? Oh no, Ontario. I'm sorry, I'm getting my countries confused. Prince Edward Island. Get it right, girl. You've only told me 3 times now. You think I would remember. Sorry. Prince Edward Island is where Anne of Green Gables is based out of, which I love reading those books, and I like watching the series on, I guess it would be called British Public Broadcasting, I think. Yeah. Or Canadian Public Broadcasting, sorry. I watch a lot of British shows on the BBC. Yeah, I'm a geek like that. Oh, the other was Sandbanks. Okay. All right, I think my sky's looking really good. Now my dilemma is, what do I color my clouds with? Because I've already used like a light blue for my sky. I need to color my clouds. How about like a purplish color? What do you think? Because I do love purple. I do love purple. Oh, I do. What a popular series that turned out to be. Okay, so this little pencil sharpener is so cool because it has a little dial on it. You can dial it to be really sharp or mildly sharp. Hey, Star Patrick, how are you? We are coloring with some colored pencils. This beautiful beach scene from Technique Junkies. It's called TGAAL. Tegal. It's a Japanese brand, and I got it off of Amazon. And then you just open the case here to empty it. And I have used electric pencil sharpeners, but obviously I'm not getting the right ones, because when I sharpen my pencils in those, they basically disappear, and I don't like that. I mean, I've paid for these pencils with my own money. I don't want to grind them down to a stump. I want them to last. So that's what I like about this little handheld pencil sharpener. I can control how sharp I make it. I think the purple skies are going to look pretty. Oh no, your power was out. That's not good. Were there storms in your area that led to the power going out? I want to say thank you to Chow and to T for hanging in there with me and being my admins during this live, and also to Stacy. I really appreciate it. Again, these stamps that are new are 15% off until June the 8th. So if you want one of these new stamps, you definitely want to order it before June 8th so you can get that discount. You don't have to have a coupon. It's automatically deducted from your cart. If you buy other items, such as Shimmering Bliss Spray or other stamps that are available through Technique Junkies, and you use my coupon code, which is TJ10 Tracy, you'll get a 10% discount on those items. And that's good all the time. Okay, let's go ahead and blend our clouds here. Ink blend. Not ink blend, but Gamsol blend. I'm so used to saying ink blend, right? Trying to get it so you can't see those lines. I think the texture from my cutting mat is coming through a little bit. I should put a piece of paper down. Hold on. Hold, please. Let's put some paper down so it's not so textured, like it has crisscrosses on it from my cutting mat, because oops, that's the wrong blending stump. I don't want to blend it with brown. Oh my goodness. 24 hours. Oh, 2 hours. I thought you said 24 hours. I was going to say, oh boy. 2 hours is bad enough to have to deal with that for sure. I'm glad they got it back on for you relatively quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and blend this a little bit more. Blend, 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 blend. Get those lines out of there. Goodbye, lines. Don't you wish you could take Gamsol or some product and a blending stump and like erase the wrinkles from your face? Don't you wish you could do that? Because that's what it reminds me of as I'm blending these lines out of this coloring. It's like I'm taking away the wrinkles. Getting away all the lines. Oh my goodness, Gloria. That's no fun to have to deal with that. I'm with you, Gloria. I'd have my iPad charged up too if I was having power outages. Okay, so I blended a little bit of my leaves on my palm tree here with my sky, which is an easy fix. You just go back over your palm tree leaves. And that's all you have to do. And then go over your sky here with some purple, and that's fixed. So it's pretty forgiving, I think, of a medium. And it blends very well. These pencils blend very well, I think, with Gamsol. And of course I'm using Bristol smooth paper, so that helps a lot. Okay, getting to the end here, folks. I will trim this down. So it's okay with me that the edges don't look done, like all the way blended. That's okay with me. So I'm going to trim it down anyways. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, hi Bonnie. I didn't see you come in. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Okay, Meg, have fun with the ice cream. Good for you. If you have ice cream, it's always a good day when you have ice cream. That is for sure. Hope you have a blast. And happy birthday again. All right, so we've got our panel. You are sneaky, Bonnie. Snuck right in there, didn't you? Now we're going to grab a piece of vellum and we're going to stamp the sentiment like Belinda suggested, which is an excellent suggestion. All right, so the sentiment says, "The beach is my favorite therapist. She gives me vitamin C." you're welcome, dear. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy your time with your friend. We'll see you next time. Okay. Right. Tracy, where's your vellum? Where do you keep your vellum? Oh, I think I have a piece here somewhere. It's not something that I use that often. That's not vellum. Sorry, guys. I'm a looking here. Oh, I know where it is. It's in this folder. I found it. I'm definitely a lot more organized with my craft room being changed around. I just have to remember where I store everything. But I'm just using this vellum from Recollections Signature Vellum. Okay. Okay, Chow. I'm glad you can see my card better. Sorry about my internet being so crappy. Let me go in a little bit closer here. That might help too. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We are going to stamp the sentiment with this archival ink. And I better leave that in there. Let me grab my other stamp positioning tool. Let me get this out of the way so I don't ruin it. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't like it whenever I forget to change that setting before I go live. But I do it. Sometimes I forget. So I'm going to stamp this with archival ink, Catherine Polar. And then I will make sure it's dry before I trim it with my decal trimmer. Okay, let's see how this looks. Yeah, I should have had my phone on my data plan, which is a better signal, but I forgot to change it over before I went live. Okay. Now, normally I would let that dry on its own because when you dry it with your heat gun, it gets a little warped, the vellum. But we will go ahead and see what this looks like. It's just stamped on yellow paper. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a cool sentiment. Okay, let's get our decal trimmer. Let's go ahead and trim this soap. Trim it up with our decal trimmer, and then we can adhere it, and this card will be done. Oh, okay. This is just Michael's brand vellum. It's nothing fancy. My goal is just not to smear my ink. That's really what my goal is. That's why I dried it with the heat gun. Normally I would just let it dry by itself, like overnight or something. Just dry naturally. Let it do its thing. Okay, so we've got this nice sentiment on vellum. Looks pretty good. I'm liking it. Okay. And now we're going to grab our colored panel. Oh, I want to trim that too. That is a great idea. Oh, that's looking pretty good. I think Belinda was genius when she made that recommendation. Super cool. Okay, let's go ahead and trim this down. This awesome decal trimmer. If you don't have one, I definitely think it's worth it. I think it's an awesome tool. It was given to me as a gift from Bobby, who is part of the FSC. She sent it to me, and I love using it. I use it all the time. Okay. Okay, final steps is to adhere the vellum to the panel. That looks pretty good. I'm liking it. And this is where I'm always like pondering what's the best way. What is the best way to adhere this so it doesn't show the okay, so I could use just a drop of glue and then put a piece of sequins on top of the glue to cover it up. Oh, you definitely need a decal trimmer. I don't have any artist tack, I don't think. Is that what Stacy sent me? Artist tack? Hold please. Let me grab my goodie bag from Stacy. She sent me this awesome bag of goodies today. Okay, so where did I put it? Oh, it's gotta be here. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. Oh my, imagine that. Look, she sent me artist tack. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds like it's something that I need to use with vellum because T said so. So let's give it a try. It's sticky, okay. Sticky, like sticky dots that I've used before. Thank you, Stacy. You saved the day, girl. Okay. Thanks, Sharon. All right, Stacy. Just in the nick of time. I got the stuff, girl. Thanks to you, I got the goods. Let's see how this looks. If I could just get it apart. Okay, so it's the same as the Scrapbooking Made Simple sticky dots, but better. It definitely seems like it's better. I can't get it apart. Okay, guys, this is artist tack. This side is sticky. This side is the release sheet. Okay. What you do is you take your die cut or your sentiment, you put it on the sticky page, you burnish it a little bit, and then you pull it off. Yes. Oh my goodness. That stuff is great. I like it. And if you're not straight, you have a few seconds to make sure you get it straight. You'll pull it back up and align it. Well, you look at that, guys. Can't believe it worked. I mean, I know that you guys have used it with success. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You can't even see that there's anything on there. I love that stuff. When you use the Scrapbooking Made Simple brand, you can see the little dots for some reason. But look at that. It's like perfect. Ooh, I love it. I got to trim this a little bit more with my decal trimmer. Okay. Sorry, Chow. I got a big package from Nancy. I got something from Jerry. Jerry's not watching, but maybe she'll watch the replay. Thank you, Jerry. You're such a sweetheart. And I got some stuff from Stacy. Not bad. Not bad at all. For like just pulling it together real quick. Not bad. All right. Thank you, Stacy. I'll try those too. All right, you guys, that's all I have for tonight. I'm going to put this on black card base. I'm going to mount this on black for my base. I think that'll look nice. Please make sure you check out my video that I did today where I used sailboat and I made some cards. Watching, don't forget to use my code TJ10Tracy. And I will have in the description box after the video is posted on my channel, I will have links to different products that I use, such as the colored pencils, the sticky tack, the Gamsol and whatnot, in case you're looking for that to use in your card making. It's been great hanging out with everybody. The artist tack, I think you can get that from Amazon. I will have to check with Chow. And Stacy T just said she got hers from Amazon. And like I said, if you give me like 10 minutes, I will link all of those products below in my description box when I get a chance to finish this video. I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Tuesday night. It's been so much fun. I love spending time with each and every one of you and looking forward to our next time that we get together live. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.